Welcome back, Kings family, to another film review. It was a wild one. I was up the whole time. Shout out to all the Kings fam. We was blowing up Twitter. At 2, 3 in the morning. It was great. Shout out to Kings Insight. Peter Reed's going live. Everybody was up. Shout out to all the Kings fans that went. Wasn't pretty early, but we had our fun on the back half. Let's just get straight. Let's get straight into it. Kings fought. They conquered. Man, super proud of the team for coming back. Hopefully, we get some things corrected in the bye week. But always better to win an ugly one than lose it. So love to see this first play. We knew we were going to try to go ahead and establish the run. Everybody's talking about the run. Just obviously this is a 5-yard, 6-yard play, so it's not like, oh my God, it's not this. But obviously great movement here from your offensive line. Great combo block. You have Francis chipping down, getting up to a linebacker. That's something we haven't really seen much of our linemen getting up to linebackers, which allows those 4 or 5-yard runs, which eventually, as we see later this game, turn into bigger runs. So great to see that first play establishing the run and the mindset, the attitude of the offensive lineman. Trust me, I know Kane's family, it was an ugly first half. But there are some positives you could take away from it. Just like, the running game, Cal has a really good running defense, and I was actually really skeptic about how it was going to work. But I'm happy that I was proved wrong, but I'm happy with the results. So we get this run here on 31. We should be able to hand this ball off to Damian Martinez and make this short yardage situation. Great job here from the left side of the offensive line. That's Markel Bell and Matthew McCoy crashing down. We pull Nez Cooper. Great job getting a hat on the hat. And Riley Williams been doing it all year. Wham blocking, coming through, gets a hat right on the linebackers, which allow Martinez to split right through. So again, these are those 6, 7 yards when everything's blocked well, and you guys going 3 yards not touched. That's what we love to see from the offensive line, because then they turn into bigger runs. We just gotta execute this better, man. You can convert right here, man. You really can get this ball. Got to catch it on the first tight, man. You can get upfield here, get outside. Obviously, Jacoby George isn't doing the best job here blocking. He's a little light. As most receivers, you do got to do a little better than that. We're not going to say anything about that, but just the execution here, bro. Like Sam Brown, we have so much weapons that are effective running this screen. And every time we do it, it's like it's at the perfect time. We just got to get a little bit more execution on this on the first catch. You want to know why stuff like that's not important, because now it's third down. That was a potential first down gain. And now Cal's going to bring 6 and catch us. There's a little miscommunication with this delayed blitz. You see Inez Cooper going inside. I don't know who's at fault. You never know. I don't like to just place blame on anybody. But Mark Fletcher does a great job here in pass protection. But there's just 2 coming in. So you can't block both. Inez Cooper tries to double back and actually pushes the guy. But his momentum actually carries him into Cam Ward. So that's just a miscue that they had there, and they get Cam to the ground. It's not the first time they got Cam to the ground, especially early in the first half. They were able to get in and pressure Cam and actually make some throws that I didn't think I would ever see. But all rebounded, and we'll get to it. Welcome back, Ruben Bain. First series, you want to throw a little swing pass to your running back. Should have been a little blocking back or hold on our corner. However, they don't call it. There you go, Bain, out there enforcing. So we start off with that Bain TFL. Then here comes De'Ani Hill. At first, defense, again, this drive, get them off the field. They're trying to go ahead and get this to the running back. They actually break a play on this, so I can't blame them for continuing to try it. But just so easy when your corner's sitting there looking at it, and then he steps up and makes a one-on-one tackle in the backfield. No chance for the lineman to get out there. After having some success running the football on the first drive, to see Mark Fletcher check in and there's continued success on the ground game. Great job here from the offensive line. You have Arroyo, who is playing out of his mind here. Check this chip, and then he gets up to the second level, and chipping here allows Matthew McCoy to just keep on running downfield and get to a cornerback. So just shout out to Arroyo, man. He's been excellent for us. He's going to have the game-winning touchdown, obviously guys at the end, but his blocking has been insane. So is Francis Mauigoa's. It has not gone unnoticed. You see a bunch of NFL draft people starting to talk about it, and then Matthew McCoy coming around, leaving the convoy. This is what you love to see: our big guys running in space and running backs cutting through. Great job. I thought Fletcher brought a lot of juice. Obviously, he was just cleared right before the season, so it was going to take a while for him to get in that that game mode, that game shape. I definitely think this was that first time you saw his elite burst and his elite juice back since from the injury. So I like to see this type of stuff, but great job here from the offensive line. The cohesion was nice to see versus Cal. Great job here from Cam. In the 2x2 set, going through his read, starts off right, comes off this out, immediately is able to diagnose he has a window right between these two linebackers. They hit X in right there, puts it on his back shoulder. Great adjustment from X. You'll see it's beautiful on the other angle. Obviously, X just had a huge game. He was moved to the 4th all time and on Miami receiving yards, but great job here from Cam Ward. Just love to see him reading the field, coming back to the middle of the field and delivering a catchable ball. Again, we talking about the cohesion and just it's felt really good coming out to see this from the running in the running game. That you felt like those guys were challenged. They were talking amongst themselves, comments. Just shout out to Markel Bell, Matthew McCoy, Inez Cooper, Riley Williams, all the guys doing the dirty work. Zach Carpenter, but this is a perfect call. I mean, these are guys are getting bodies on the ground. They're getting up to second level. I mean, Inez Cooper has 2 guys like this, like he's about to just choke slam them. And Markel Bell getting up there, the turf monster, or like an advertent kick or a hand gets Fletcher. But this was perfectly drawn up, man. I hate condensed games, but you guys know I go deeper and drop little videos once the full games come out. But great job from the running, just in the running game perspective. Look at Matthew McCoy at the end of this play, getting up to the second level. We consistently seeing guys getting up to the second level. That I thought was the difference, in my opinion. That's how we were able to get a lot of 5, 6, 7-yard runs, keeping us ahead of the chains. I mean, Fletcher was averaging like 8 yards a carry. I mean, it was keeping us ahead of the chains. He's going to get it right again. And guess where we're going? Right up to the left side, right behind Matthew McCoy. You see Arroyo driving to the end zone. Just a great job from the offensive line. I thought early, obviously, it's going to be a lot of bad coming up in this review, relatively shortly. But I thought that you could take away some of the positives from even the beginning of the game where it didn't go our way was, the running game, it looked a lot better. The offensive linemen, they were moving people. People were getting moved out of gaps. We had pullers, getting to the second level. We had combo blocks, getting second and third level. We got to a safety at one point. I thought that was actually a really great takeaway. This is tough. Obviously, for the past 2 weeks, we've had some toughness, some tough things going on for us on defense. Miscommunication and a busted coverage is going to be what's the culprit this time. 2x2 set here from Cal. Ironically, we just hit on this play last week. This is the tight end faking the block and then releasing up the sideline. You have Jaden Harris telling De'Ani Hill that's him as he shoots. So no idea whose responsibility this is. We're not going to pass blame. The coaches definitely know. They definitely did over this play on film. But it's that simple. We got 2 guys going for the, going for the receiver screen. Mendoza's just waiting for it, and then just throws an accurate pass. The tight end can just run up the field after the catch to take it all the way. But it did not look good. Just simple miscommunication, but simple miscommunication could result in long touchdown plays. So definitely was a great time to have the bye week to clean some of this type of. Nice to see this first USF. Sam Brown went against cover 2 for a big score. This time Cam Ward hits him in that window right before the safety can get there. So it's nice to see an explosive shot downfield, rifled right in. Great execution here. That's exactly where you want to put that football, away from that coverage as he shoots in, as he has flats. X knows where that ball is going. Perfect ball. Keep him away from the safety. This was probably one of the big plays that gave Cal momentum early. We confirm it's man coverage with Horton coming across. So that means we know someone has to come through all this mess to cover Arroyo in the flat. So as simple as it looks, when you're just pulling that, trying to get it over, you're betting on, that guy in coverage just not being able to maneuver through that much traffic and then get your 6'5", 250 tight end down to the ground. However, Cal does it. Great job from them. But this is literally what it comes down to is just, you'll see number 4 here the whole way, lined up right out, probably outside shade of Arroyo, coming through. Maybe they try to set this up with a pick with Riley Williams. Maybe the timing was just off on this. But they were able to get it, man. This was tough. I love the aggressiveness. I love the call, to go for it. I would have preferred of us to just hand the ball off just because of how good, Fletcher's been running it. But I do not fault the call, and I don't think it was a dumb call because more often than not, you're going to probably pick or rub that guy off. and then the momentum continued. After a quick change of possession, what are you supposed to do if you're trying to win games like this where the team is more talented than you? You got to take shots downfield. You have to take a shot play. After a quick turn of possession, they get us in man coverage. Now we check Mish onto the slot receiver. He's actually really good in the slot in coverage throughout his career. However, this time in off man coverage, once you see the speed turn, you know it's over on this poster out here. Thankfully, but the Buffalo Wild Wings sprinkler got 83 because this should have been a touchdown. You see right now, Mish looking this way has to hit that speed turn. Once you see that, it's over with. But thankfully, this guy just stumbles because if it wasn't for that, Mish would have never caught up and made that tackle. That would have been a long bomb for a touchdown. It was tough, but just a side note, seeing Mendoza ball and stuff versus us, it did feel. I felt happy for the kid. His hated it had to be against us. I just had to get off my chest. He was showing command of the offense, everything, and then now it's just he walk-in touchdown. They get their star running back back. He looked really healthy this game because he looked really good. And he had a couple big plays, but the missed tackles coming. You have Jaden Harris, who's one of our best players on defense and one of our leaders on defense. Make not being able to get this guy to the ground, and there's just nobody home on the outside. Corners run off by a fade route. They're in man coverage, so he's benevolent to what's going on because he's locking his side, his assignment down. So once you break outside, there's nobody left, and it was looking we're a little worrisome. Again, I know Kane's family, this was not the first half you imagined, but you have to like what we saw from the offensive line and our ability to run the football. You have double team working here with your center and right guard, got a left tackle getting up to a second level. You're sprouting through, man. You got your left guard going mono e mono, taking out a nose. It was just nice to see the run game working out. But this is actually going to open up more for us. I understand people are going to be like, oh, Cam Ward, Cam Ward. We've been talking about the working on the run game, but a lot of things people don't talk about is what happens when you work on that run game, what more play calls add to Shannon Dawson's repertoire, and that's the RPO. That's coming next. This RPO slant, mad easy. There's no number two defender out there. There's nobody here in this passing lane for this slant. You're gonna take that run because now Mark Fletcher, he's been getting 8 a carry. We talked about it earlier. Guess what? Just got a carry, got another 8. So guess what? They're lined up for that run. They're shooting for it, and now you just get one of a quick slants to one of our playmakers out in space. The RPO game, very excited for that. 2x2 set. Great job from the pass protection. Plenty of time here. Great job in pass pro from your running back. Cam's extending the play outside the pocket. Third down, got to have it. Great job here from Isaiah Horton. Just find some space. All this year, honestly, he's been doing a lot. They didn't throw a flag there. All this year, honestly, scramble drill. Horton, that 6'4" frame. We've been talking about it every review as being a really nice and favorite target for Cam. We were running the ball really well, and Cal just said, "Hey, we're not going to let you do it this play." Specifically, they send the house. Everybody's going. You see this little late shift here from the defensive line, and they send the house. So you could say, "Hey, man, you don't hate to see your running back get hit in the backfield, bro. There's nobody there to block all of them, bro." So it's just they got an extra man. They loaded it up. They brought 8, to 5. It's just nothing you can do there. And it just felt like they were catching us, in the perfect calls early on. They catch us in the all-out blitz. We're bringing everybody. You fake the run, and you get the running back out to the flat really quick. Man, it just didn't look good. There was nobody home. You get the running back out to the flat. These defenders are now in conflict. They're kind of in no man land, like Mish. What do? You're trying to stop this run. You go at the quarterback. You try to drop back and cover. When you're at this point, you're not going to drop back and cover. You got to keep going. So it definitely sucks to see, but they caught us in the right time. Can't really put the blame on anybody individually. I don't like to, but you hate to see that, bro. 4th and 1, explosive, touchdown all the way downfield. He did step out, in my opinion. They got it on, Twitter. They got it on everything. I seen it. So if you guys are wondering, Kane's family, yeah, he definitely stepped out there. No review, no call, nothing. But we're not gonna complain about it because we still won the game anyway. Again, was encouraged by what we saw in the run game. We got to get this yard. Cal knows what we're gonna do. Cam under center like that. Get Arroyo on the wham block. You get a great job here from Mount Noah, getting up to the second level. You have Matthew McCoy sealing here. Here comes Riley Williams putting his hat in, and Damian Martinez has to do nothing but just follow these blocks. Great job. He hesitated for a quick second, allowed these blocks to develop, and then jumped and burst through. There was no wasted motion. It was north and south. Again, great job, great signs from the running game early on. The pass protection was excellent early on. It's still been good, but we've been giving up more and more. As the games progress, it's going to be one on one, just driving back our left tackle. I get it. Everybody's really ready for Jalen Rivers to come back. I am as well. That will clear up, but I think Marco Bell has definitely shown he has a lot to still work on, but it showed he also has he's made his fair share of plays and good blocks. But Cam's been touched, hit way too many times, in my opinion, as of late. You just hate to see your 6'10" guy getting bull rushed like that. But it happens as he's adjusting to this level. And I think his best snaps and player is in front of him. Cam Ward had probably one of the most modest interviews after right there on the field. And he was talking about how Coach Dawson told him to chill and just, settle down and take what's there. Stop looking for the money ball play. And this is one of those plays. This is 2nd and 7. Just dump the ball off here to your running back and get the first down, stop the clock, or, get out of bounds and stop the clock. Continue just waiting downfield. You got your running back open, end up taking a sack with just, so it killed all momentum before halftime. Any chance to score some points there, Andy Borregales is one of the best kickers in the nation, made a 56-yarder, last week. So we're in field goal range. This ended up being reviewed as a sack. He wasn't able to get it off. Clearly the knee was down, but that's one of the ones where, you just want to take what they give you. They were giving us the running back to the flat, get that 5-6 yards, get out of bounds, or, get the first down, and then the clock's going to stop. Can't ask the pass protection to hold out any longer than that. Just got to get rid of that ball. I was at it was funny because it was like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm doing the halftime show on Chalupa Batman channel. Y'all know CB. Make sure y'all go follow him if y'all don't. But now I was like, it got to be Simeon Barrow. Somebody would step up. We need some pressure from the interior. Mendoza's just having way too much of his, way too much, time to do what he needs to do. And we actually rush 3, and we have Simeon Barrow go run through 2 offensive linemen. He's going to bulldoze to the right guard and right tackle, just literally split the gap and get this sack. This is a big money dog sack right here. This is I came through in the portal as a big dog, and I need to eat out here type sack. This is exactly what we needed, because you need the interior to put. I mean, bro, we're rushing 3 and bulldozing 2 offensive linemen. This is what you expect to see for the Miami defensive line. Great job for Mendoza holding on to the ball, but man, that's great. That's great to see. This one's tough. Obviously, it's an ugly play, and you just hate to see it 5 wide. Love to see that, but just not the what you like to see. Rushing 4 here. You see Cam Ward. He's looking at X here, I believe, on this out. Doesn't like it. Comes off of it. I thought he was going to go here with the football. Sam Brown underneath on this hitch. It's first down. You catch that ball. It's a guaranteed like 5 yards, or like a little snag route. Just literally a little slant stop. Just boom right there in that zone as Jacoby runs off that defender. I thought that ball was going there. He's never able to get his eyes that way. I thought maybe he was going to throw it to him there as he was extending the play right here as Sam Brown's coming. And then it never occurred to me that he was going to try to throw that football, back across his body. I mean, late over the middle, that just, breaks all types of rules. They didn't even have the receiver or the tight end really running that route. Just something that you'd never expect to see. But it's really this pressure here that gets him out the pocket. It doesn't allow him to see this route here from Sam Brown because he has to shoot out. So it didn't look good. I would have thought he would have just let this ball, go away. I get it. He's trying to get it over to his big tight end Arroyo, but it just can't make that throw. It's just simple as that. But of course he makes up for it, and that's why I'm still smiling through this review. And just I don't beat up on our players and stuff, but just to be real, You came here to improve your draft stock, and I think that your draft stock has skyrocketed. But the turnovers in back-to-back weeks, definitely think this is the perfect time for the bye week to rein it in. You've been playing a little bit more hero ball than you were a couple weeks into the first couple weeks in the season, where it was just all coming naturally to you. This love to see trips to 30 32 set because it's five wides, but I say 31. Just get the ball out of Cam Ward's hands easy. Get it out to Jacoby George, who's consistently made the first defender miss every time he gets these screens. That's why I think not that he should be guaranteed the person who gets the screens, but I think we have to just make sure we give him the most of these options. He was number 2 in the country in the yards at the catch last year, and this is why. Great job here. Obviously he doesn't get this by himself. Here's X hanging on. Great job from his receivers blocking on the outside. Here's Sam Brown. So it's not all on Jacoby. Those are great blocks. That was actually a really good block from Sam Brown, but it really comes down to that first initial cut, that juice that he has. Always able to make that first defender miss. Again, we go back to it. This is big dog stuff. You're Simeon Barrow. You got to get up the middle. You have to be the one. Shoot that gap. They're trying to pull, trying to down hinge block. They're coming down this gap. You just shoot it. Tear this man up in the backfield for a big TFL. That's exactly how it's supposed to look like. Now, I've been very impressed with Barrow's play since Ball State game. He's really turned it up a notch. The tough stuff to see continue with two of our leaders. Cal's going to get the ball out to the perimeter to the running back. They've been doing that all night. This is just different personnel. It's just not who's getting this. Lineman or tight end gets out there on the corner. And then just right here, this is 3rd and 15. You got to make this tackle here for, 4th and 10, 4th and 9. This is good defense. You're supposed to just come through and, make contact. And then you got your bodies chasing behind there. Make it help you finish them off. You just can't get dead leg there, man. Really can't. It's one of our better players in the leader. And then our second safety, veteran player in the leader, gets dead leg as well. 3rd and 15, you just can't give up, a flat to the outside. I mean, thank God there was just so much time. But during the course of the game, seeing stuff like this, great job from Darryl Porter and all the guys hustling. These are first level defenders, all chasing down after it. When Wesley Bassane, Tyler Barron, and Mount Noah. So first, second level guys. So great to see that effort. But man, the tackling just wasn't there. They continue to go misdirection, do the fake boot here to the right. Had that delay block from the tight end who had caught that touchdown earlier. He's going to delay, and then release and leak out. Now you got Mauno chasing out. So now there's a big pocket, wide open. They catch it slipping with one. Cal is very creative, but also just the misdirection that is proven time and time again. That's just getting the upper hand of us right now. We got to adjust a little bit. They got their athletic quarterback in, simple zone read, but they get the motion out. They get the running back going out, takes out a linebacker. See, 21 has to follow. Now you got numbers here on the outside to the near side, and just not going to be able to tackle this guy in time. Way to get that to the near side and use the man coverage against us. But, man, it was tough early, bro. It was definitely tough. Watching all this, but man, never gave up faith, stayed up, and it was definitely rewarded. So you'll see a lot better from this angle, but just even though it's a fake handoff, him continuing to go out this way, inverse man coverage, his literally only job is to get our linebacker Alderman out of here, which it works successfully and gives them the numbers. So now you're making contact at the 1 instead of your linebacker making contact at the 5. So that's a schematic thing that they were able to take a 2x2 set. We run like a little mesh concept with the hunt route. Usually this works really, really well versus man coverage. Cal's in zone, they're passing off. However, when it's in zone, you have your drag keeping this linebacker here, and this linebacker is occupied with the other one. Now you just sit there in the pocket, Jacoby George, and literally you have a little wide screen, window available to you. Was this window, super wide? Nah, it looks wide right here, but you have to fit that ball in from another underneath defender. So great job here sinking in. It looks wide, but you also have to make sure you put enough velocity on that football, and Cam Ward did. Great job. Complete. This is 4 down territory. You're down 35-10. They have 6 at the line. They drop 2 cover, so they're rushing 4. A little manhandle here. You love to see this. Don't know if it's a trip or a push. I'm gonna go with the push. But a little bit of pressure here on this gap, on this stunt. You see this inside outside. Gets inside on Cam Ward. Great job from Inez Cooper saving this sack because he would have killed Cam Ward if you don't get this nudge. See that block there from Cam Ward saved from Inez Cooper saved this play. Great hustle by him. Now he just hits the simple hitch route. Great job by Sam Brown keeping himself available to move the chains until not move the chains, but get closer to moving the chains. Gotta have it. It's 4th and 3. Get the motion, confirm the man coverage. Great job here. It's Horton. You have double slants, so you have Arroyo come down. This is going to guarantee this is a one-on-one throw. Great job pressing him diamond release, going outside, attacking that outside, and then breaking down 1-2, and then putting your body out in front. This is a big-time catch. Horton has really come on. It's been one of our best playmakers of the year. 13 set here with our trips to the field side. A nice little just take what the defense give you. See this corner here, bailing out. Long throw from the opposite hash, step up, deliver it confidently. The comeback to the outside. Sam Brown, kudos to him, making him play upfield. However, he stepped out of bounds, but we love that. Make yourself available. Great job here. This is pitch and catch with one of your outside playmakers. It's exactly what you love to see. In our 12 set personnel, we're motioning Arroyo back over, double wings. Great job from Martinez. I think, coming into the year, people didn't really know about his pass catching skills. Offensive line had everything handled. He leaks out. Falls with Cam as Cam presses the line of scrimmage. Martinez has made a lot of big catches. We're going to talk about his 3rd and 20 conversion catch. But he's done a great job as a receiver. Doesn't get in, but you can't act like he didn't pop that guy. This is 1 guy versus 3. You came down to fill that hole, and you got blown up. See number 4 coming down here. You took the brunt of that hit. However, he was 1 against, honestly 4. So it doesn't get in. But very next play, we're going to pound this in. Love Cam Ward on the center. You get Damian Martinez going north and south. Lofton obviously at fullback. Great job here from your freshman tight end. Look at this manhandle on the outside. Get your little ass down, boy. That's what I'm talking about. Set the tone, makes a big catch later in the game. But look at that from Lofton, that swagger. I mean, we're down 35-10 right now. This is your freshman on the road. Love what it says. Obviously, I'm not one to just continue to hype, but this made me really happy because I just caught it live when he did that extra push. And I was like, yeah, bruh, let's get it. And I do really agree with the management of the game when it comes to what happens after this. Great pop here from I thought he was in right there. I think he was definitely in. That was just a late signal. Just in case somebody be like, oh, didn't he make it in on the first push? Yeah, he definitely made it in on the first push and then made it back in the second one. But coming up, going for 2, I thought this was an excellent call. This made it a 17-point game, 2 touchdowns and 1 field goal. And they were in man coverage, and we went to one of our favorite man beater plays. You get that little slant stop, and you get the wheel route from X. This is just one of our best plays because it's just one of our best playmakers, and he runs it so well. Great tempo at the line of scrimmage. And Horton, 6'4", he's a big guy. This is the type of guy you want setting. This one hurt because we got killed last week versus Virginia Tech on a little sweep. So you get your guy fake motioning in, come around to be a lead block. He's gonna stop on a dime, get your flip, and then just the misdirection, just nobody home to get this. You hate to see it because it's looking like a clear weakness. The misdirection, we get everybody inside. Look, they just drew out all 3 of our linebackers. Here's our safety who just jumped right outside the box. But bro, look at these numbers. There's nobody there. There's just nobody but blue cow golden bear. The ability to just rush 4 and affect throws and affect the quarterback with Ruben Bain back is huge. Isn't able to go ahead and make this tackle or a sack. This would have been a huge sack, to be honest with you, because not only would it a sack on first down would have put him behind his chains, but then Mendoza shows some athleticism and basically streaking way downfield. Welcome back, Bane. First game, definitely made some plays, gets a sack later, but you just wish he got this one. I mean, these two have played each other before. Miami Central versus Columbus High School. They play every year pretty much. So this is not his first time seeing Ruben Bain, but he got better of him on this snap. 2x2 set, you motion Arroyo in to the trips, which lets them, when you check off and you see the safety go down, and it means he has Arroyo and man coverage. Cam Ward already knows where he's going to this football. He has X who's taking inside leverage on the inside breaking route. Just go ahead and put the ball on him, allow him to make plays after the catch what's in space. But this is just exactly what you want to see. He knew exactly where he was going to go with this football. X is excellent when you got man coverage on him. Just immediately go to him. Don't have to waste no time. The bank's open. Look at that creation of separation. Yards, and he gonna make you miss after anyways. I point this out in the Florida game, Virginia Tech game, the Ball State game. Every game we're running this, I'm actually gonna have a mini video on it. But this is our butter play on fourth. Got to have it. You have that inside breaking seam with X doing this whip route, and it's impossible to cover in man coverage. 21 has no chance. He goes outside, back in, and you're going to get that first down every single time. X is a running back. Once he gets the ball, you're never going to tackle him and stop his momentum fully. But continue to use that play. I was talking about that big block from Elijah Lofton. Love this. This is a big play. We've seen Riley Williams make a play versus, I believe it was FAMU or Ball State up the seam. Love to see this. Just the tempo of it. It's 13 sets, so trips here to the right. You just allow X and Horton to release downfield. And as this, now you split that defender, and he realizes it too late. You cross face already. Now you have that pocket right underneath that safety as he's jutting high, and he's already over X. So great job putting it back shoulder. Great ball placement. Usually this allows you to protect yourself. However, just a good hit right there on the side. So good pop on Elijah Lofton. Way to hold on to that football. Young Buck going to make a lot of big plays for us. But that's a good throw for you to protect yourself. It just happens to be the spot he got hit on. I don't think he's like injured, but I just know that's a good lick, fam. I know that's a good lick. I had some success in the 13 set. Now we go to 31. Trips here with the tight end here in our 12 personnel set. So 2 tight ends. Get this double. Actually, I think I'm on the wrong play. Hold up. My bad. Here we go. We got running with the 31 set. You get X running what you call a bender post. He's more crossing face, trying to get at that safety. Arroyo going across as well. You got a little crossing match with him and Sam Brown. We have X running towards that safety, getting that coverage, drawing to him, so you can get that lane right now to Horton. This is through a couple Cal defenders. This is an excellent ball. Puts it right on time. Horton's actually able to protect himself and then get into the end zone without even being touched because of how good the ball was. This is excellent ball placement, great play calling, and just understanding space. Your quarterback has a rocket for an arm. He's able to go ahead and putting it in tight windows. And it's just great to see. This is threading the needle. Horton coming out party has been like 3-4 weeks in a row now. It's time to just start. I mean, Cal is reeling now. You got to get him behind the chains. Look at Wesley Besaint just playing some of his best football on the outside. That's your job as the outside linebacker. You're not giving up any containment. That's number one. He's a hell of an athlete, hell of a running back. He's made plays against us and against a lot of people, but not against West on this play. Just great job making sure you had that outside contain, everybody flowing to the football, helping us well. But Wesley Besaint, man, what a play, what a game he had. This one's tough because it's an effort play. You can't coach this. You want to tell them to keep their hands down when you're reaching because you're already 6'5", 6'6". You guys are super tall. So you can grab a piece of that face mask, which gets that penalty. And then this is a 3rd and 16, a sack by Ruben Bain that gets nullified, which, we do get the sack and get the ball back, but way less time. Way more time goes off the clock. So you just want to get off the field sooner than later. All the time. So not really something you try to do. You just got to try to keep your hands down. Was on shoulder pads first and slipped off. So it negates this sack. We confuse Cal here with this stunt with the Akeem Mesidor coming right at the barrel. coming right around barrel after he shoots in. This allows Bane one-on-one with this tackle after he feats this chip. Running back is just trying to chip and get outside for an outlet pass. So it leaves Bane back to one-on-one, and we know what that's going to be like. I thought it was going to be the same thing as the last time, like a face mask here, because you see Mesidor reaching high. But however, he gets straight shoulder pad, and then Bane's there to help clean up. So great job from the defensive line. Simeon Bear was also got a hand in there. Just great pass rush from the defensive line here on third down, especially after last third down to get a sack taken off the board to come back on the very next third down to get a sack. That's big time. This is one hell of a play call and play design here from Coach Shannon Dawson, and I love it. 4th and 10. Who are you going to go to? Obviously, Xavier Restrepo. It's trips here, 13 set. You see how there's tempo to his routes, man. That's why he's always so open. Allow Arroyo, allow Horton to clear it. They're doing a switch release. They're getting everybody moving. You're going to get this guy going outside. Now you just turn around, just back shoulder. That's just a perfect play here. Allow that out to go, and now you can see a Restrepo just turn ball. Great job here from Cam Ward. Put that ball right on the rope. Allows him to come down and protect himself. 2nd down and 1. I like the call. Try to get aggressive downfield. We're in a 2x2 set. Got some playmakers on the field trying to get downfield. Great job here from pass blocking. Number 7 must have been tired because it doesn't look like Francis had to try very hard here on this on that rush. So we definitely wore Cal's defensive line down because they don't have the same juices they were chasing Cam Ward around. They don't have the same pass rushes they were. Shout out to Damian Martinez. Look at this pass protection here. You want to be a young running back? Look at some of that. That's great pass protection, hands inside. Now Cam Ward just with everybody in man coverage, no one's looking at him. This was a very easy touchdown. Obviously, we wore, even when during the game where we were actually really down to Cam, and I was talking about like how we were playing so physical and getting the bodies and getting that run game going, getting that 8 yards a pop. Remember when I was talking about that? Look, in the 4th quarter, showing up. Big time run here from Cam Ward. But look at Cal's defense. They're worn out. We just out physicaled them throughout the course of the game and allowed the offensive line to have an easier task when we need to come back down from 25 points. Look at this effort here from the defensive line. They're gassed. Everybody's gassed. And it's because the offensive line, we were physically leaning on them all game, even while we were down. 5 wide, Emotion Martinez behind the formation, continuing across. This confuses Cal's defense. They lose their track of their assignment. They lose the number 1 receiver on the field in Xavier Restrepo, and Cam Ward has all day. Think about this pass rush from Cal. Doesn't look that big now, right? You saw Markel Bell get pushed back a little bit in that pass rush now. Now he's anchoring in. Cam got all day. Now you can just hit this crosser right on the money and allow X to do what he do after the catch. Big time play. Now you're going in for 77 yards. Dead leg inside. Could have went down there on the 40, taking it all the way down to the 15. I mean, what a playmaker. I think this pass itself was when he went all the way to number 4 now and Kane's all-time receiving yards, but that motion from Damian Martinez, everybody's looking now, both defenders lose track of X out of all people. Now he's skating down sideline. Big time play, bro. Big time player make big time plays in big time games. Obviously, it should have not been as big of a time of game, but we happy he made those plays. I mean, it's 3rd and 20. Where do you think these guys are going? We're 13 set. They're going vertical. They're going deep. I mean, we got to get 20 yards. Obviously, you can get less than 20 and play for 4 downs. But great job here initially, pass protection going against 4. Cam has to step up. Once he steps up and navigates, he sees Damian Martinez, who, again, his rushing numbers haven't been what everybody's seen, but he has grown as a pass catcher. Several times he can move the chains on 3rd down. Great job from Cam Ward getting that ball out before he put him and the ball across the goal, the line of scrimmage. So it wasn't an illegal forward pass, but great job. Everybody's going deep so that defensive coverage is deep. They lose track of the running back dropping into the flats. Cam Ward hits it to him. Great job also by just pushing the line of scrimmage, and then turning and looking like he knew he was there and just wanted to hold California defenders over there. So great job here from Damian Martinez, made a huge impact in the passing game, getting this 1st down. We had this type of play tied into the flat twice, and it didn't really work for us. The first time Arroyo, just great play by the defender. Second time looked like the one of Riley Williams, the ball was just really high, and he had to jump down and jump up. And by the time he came down, the defender got to his legs, wasn't able to get out that yard. This time we catch them blitzing here off the edge. You see 21. He starts to shoot, Cam Ward pulls this football. Don't know. Definitely was a true RPO because you see the running the offensive lineman downfield. Cam Ward decides to pull it and hit this pass to Arroyo, who's able to stretch forward and get this. Shout out to X blocking here on the perimeter. Shout out to Isaiah Horton as well. Just getting his hand on the guy. He doesn't know if Arroyo's going to cut in or go out, but Arroyo, 6'5", 250 pounds, able to stretch that ball over. This was the game-winning touchdown. Just huge to say. Like, I'm screaming. It's like 2:33, like real time right now, Eastern Standard Time, and I'm up. My parents are up. Everybody's up. My parents were drinking coffee, Cuban coffee, cafecito, doing all that type of stuff. It was just an amazing time. Then to see this, the way that it goes down, rushing two, catches this pick. I would have loved for Kiko Mauno to run this back for the culture. I remember tweeting that out live. Because look at Bobby Washington's hustle here, bro. You catch this pick. All right, now I'm out there, but that boy running, dog. He was trying to lead that convoy, bro. Kiko, man, run that back next time for the culture, fam. Just so we could have put up 40 on him, beating more than 1 point. But it's all good. Get the cap. The team never quit. It was so resilient. We survived. You saw all these teams did not survive. USC, Michigan, Tennessee, Alabama, the big one, obviously, versus Vanderbilt. There's just so much teams that just lost in the top 11 that didn't find a way to survive, and we did. So that's all that matters right now.